So we're having a party today. Well, I created 2 different little party looks. So if you're curious to see what products I used, let's get into it. Hi everyone, welcome to another video. So I woke up this morning and I thought, you know what? I just want to play with makeup today. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, what inspired me was also a bunch of my viewers mentioning certain looks that they would like to see. I had a couple of viewers mentioning if I could create an eyeshadow look using cool tones. You know I'm a neutral gal, so I do have an eyeshadow palette that is cool toned, so I'll be using that one. And then I also thought it's the perfect season right now where there's going to be a bunch of get-togethers, parties, that sort of thing. So I thought, why don't I create this as a party kind of look? But one of the challenging things I find with being a content creator that can't put out a lot of videos like other content creators can, because I work a full-time job, so I can really only work on my channel on the weekends. So that's why I only put one video out a week. So what I like to do is combine my videos. So this one today, we're going to do a party look. What I'm going to do is a little bit of a twist, is the one eye I'm going to do as a cool toned look. And the other eye, I'm going to do more neutral, which is one of the looks that you guys are used to seeing me do. And then I also wanted to include a few brands that have Black Friday sales right now. So by the time this video is going up, the Black Friday sales are well underway. There's probably only going to be a couple of days left, but I love a good sale. I love good deals. So Black Friday is the perfect time to purchase anything that you may have had your eyes on. None of this is sponsored. This is all products that I have in my collection. The only brand that sent me a couple of things was Merit, and I'll show you those products when I go to use them. But everything else is stuff I have in my collection. There is a mix of drugstore and high-end, and I think there's only, one product that is new. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want to talk about a bunch of sales. That's not what this video is all about. But what I'll do is on the screen, I'll just put the dates of the sale, what it is if it's a percentage off or what they're offering for the details of the sale. And then I'll also put down in the description box if you wanted to check out any of the products. So I've applied all of my skincare products on my face before I came on camera. I did my eyebrows and I also put on some eyeshadow primer just for the essence of time. Now what I didn't apply was my sunscreen. So what I'm using today is the Verse Daily Sunscreen SPF 50. This became a favorite of mine through the summertime. The unfortunate thing is in Canada, I don't think we can get it here. They have Versed skincare in one of the drugstores, but I don't think they carry the whole line. Now this is made with ceramide, which is really going to help lock in the moisture. Amino acids, which is going to help moisturize. I love that it's an SPF 50. It leaves my skin so glowy. Like, look at, it was just immediate, right? That it was just a glowy look. It's beautiful. It absorbs really easily into the skin. And I use this as a primer because it doesn't do any sort of pilling under my makeup. And I think Versed on their website is offering 25% off. And I think they're one of the few brands that actually only does a sale once a year. And then I wouldn't be able to do a video like this without including a lip plumper. These are my favorite shades for this time of year. City Lips was one of the first brands that introduced me to like plumping lip glosses, and they don't disappoint. That there's a reason why these products are viral. But the 2 shades that I love is the one called Silver Skyline. So that is like their clear formula or shade, but it has a hint of glimmer in it. It looks so, so pretty. Usually put on a little bit of lip plumper before I start my makeup application. The red one is called Holly. And this one, you don't even have to wear like a lip stick with it. This is the lipstick. The lip gloss is that. It's gorgeous. Look at that. And they are having 40% off of their site. And I'm going to say a lot of these sales are up until December 1st, which is Cyber Monday. This really does help plump the lips, and it's not overly spicy. Like it definitely has some cooling sensation to it, but it doesn't hurt the lips. I don't like those ones that actually hurt your lips. Now, another brand that's having an amazing sale right now is Sigma. I have shown Sigma on my channel quite a few times in the past. So the first one I want to share with you is the Spectrum. This is the color correcting duo, light medium. This does such an amazing job of neutralizing my under eye area. So I want to start that before I start my eye look. What I usually do is take both shades. So there's a lighter and a peach shade. Very, very creamy. I'll just do the one side just so you can see how well it neutralizes my under eye. And if I'm not mistaken, right now, up until, so when I'm filming this, up until December 1st, they are having like a 50% off site-wide sale, which is pretty incredible. I find this helps my concealer stay on way longer and doesn't settle all into my fine lines. Come a little closer, but I'll show you. This is the side that I did. And look at how it just neutralized it. So creamy. I think it's amazing for mature skin. And yes, I know before I even start this, it's going to look strange, but you know what? That's how I roll on my channel. So we're going to go in with the eye look. So I know one's going to look cool toned and one's going to look neutral. So the palette I'm going to use for the cool tone side is the Sigma Cool Neutrals. And if you can get this while the Black Friday sale is going on, you guys, it's half price. That's an amazing deal for this palette. It's gorgeous. Look at the shades in there. And I like how it corresponds. Like there's a matte one and a shimmer, and they correspond with each other. So if you want to use that shade, it'll look nice with that shade, but the whole palette looks gorgeous together. So the other thing I'm going to show you is a bunch of brands have their makeup brushes on sale. So for this side, I'm going to use rougher brushes. So the first one I'm going to use is the 15. Beautiful little brush. Love the fibers. It's like a little dome. One of the nice things about this palette is it has the shade names. So the one I'm going to use is this one right here. It's called Harvest. And I'm going to use that as my transition shade. These are very, very pigmented. Like I'm barely touching the eyeshadow and it's completely put product on the brush. Always make sure to tap off. That way you're guaranteed that you're not going to get it all over the place. It just lays down so nicely. And what's nice about this palette is you can make like a soft kind of romantic look, or you can glam it up with some of the other shades. I'm going to keep it a little bit toned down for sure. That's not usually my jam to do like a really bold look. But see that shade just deposited enough color, smoothed everything out. And then I'm going to use, this is the rougher 13. And this one has a little bit more detail, and that's when I use my crease. And for the crease area, I'm going to use this one right here. It's called Fossil. Okay, so this is Harvest. Really pretty shade. And these are so buttery. Oh my goodness. And then I'm going in here. This is going to be Fossil. And I'm going to put it right above the crease area. I find the nice thing about their formulas is they're never hard to blend in. They're not blotchy or anything like that. Just very creamy. And I was going to say too, whatever products I'm using, if you don't have specific ones that I'm showing you, just use what you have in your collection. It doesn't necessarily have to be what I'm showing you today. So all I want to do is put a little bit of brightness on the center of my eye just to give it a little bit of pop. So I'm going to use this shimmer shade right here. It's called Iris. So that's Iris. It's like a blue, cool toned. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit on my finger, just like a tiny, tiny bit. Very, very pigmented, like I said. And you can just dab it on. I don't want to come too far into the corner. Okay, so I think I'm going to just leave the shadow on that side for now. But you can certainly use this palette for other things. What I've done in the past is there's a really dark, dark shade right here. It's almost like a black. And I've taken an angle brush and I've used that as my eyeliner. Like, look at how dark that is. But it's wonderful for using it as an eyeliner. It also comes with a brush in the palette. I usually don't use it because I have my other brushes. Thought it was a nice little feature. Now on this side, I'm going to use a new product. This was one of the ones where I mentioned to you that Merit sent it to me. When they originally launched their eyeshadows, they came out with matte formulas. So I have this one here. It's called Studio. And these are super, super pigmented. It's quite incredible for a cream formula. But now they've recently launched some eyeshadows that have a bit of sheen to them. So I was very excited to try this one. I haven't opened it yet. And this is in the shade, I believe you call it Glace, Glace. But I love the packaging. It's very pretty. Look at that shade. It's gorgeous. I haven't even swatched it yet. I've been so wanting to try this. Okay, so here we go. Oh, you guys, that's so creamy. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's gorgeous. So it's described as a soft rose. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I'm going to do is apply it just with my finger, because that's usually how I apply the Merit ones. They're so creamy, so easy to use. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Merit. They're a minimalistic company or brand. I love using their products. Oh, that is so super creamy. Oh my goodness. Look at how it just was a wash of color. They did launch, I think there's 5 other shades, plus this one. And I should say that Merit is, again, one of those brands that they only have a sale once a year. So their site is 20% off right now for Black Friday. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Very excited to try them. That's gorgeous. Now, the other 2 products that they sent me, I'm going to put up a little bit of B-roll because it's a cleanser, and then also their Great Skin Serum, which is my holy grail serum. I use that one pretty much every single day. That is the first product I put on my face. I had really wanted to try the Great Skin. It's their cleanser, so this is also a new launch for them. So a few of the details about the cleanser. It's oil-free. It's a foaming cleanser, but it does an amazing job of removing sunscreen, your makeup. But what it also does is it's gently exfoliating the skin, which is going to give the appearance of smoother, brighter skin. It's perfect if you have any skincare concerns, like your skin looks dull, loss of firmness, elasticity. But it feels very clean, but it doesn't feel like it's your skin is being stripped. You know how sometimes cleansers can make it feel almost too clean, if that makes sense? This doesn't feel like that at all. And then where do I even begin with the serum? It is, like I said, my holy grail product. Pretty much use it every single day. My skin looks just so healthy. It doesn't look dull at all. It's so lightweight for a serum. It has niacinamide, hyaluronic acid. I think it's one of the perfect products for mature skin. And honestly, I can't say enough about this product. Okay, so back to the eyeshadow. And I love that shade. I think it's beautiful. The nice thing about the Merit eyeshadows is they are buildable, super long wearing, don't fade, they don't crease, they blend in so nicely. So I want to add a little bit of color to the eye. So this is that shade that I mentioned is Studio. I am going to take a brush. Now the other brush company that is having a sale is BK Beauty. I believe it's 20 to 35% off site-wide. One of the additional details is if you spend $150, you get the Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush for free. So just a little FYI. This is brush 206. You can see it has a little bit of firmness and denseness. I use this one a lot if I am applying a cream product on my eyelid. So I take a tiny bit of this. Like I said, you don't need a lot. It's very pigmented. And I'm going to place that right on my mobile lid. This side is definitely going to be more of a natural look, but you can build this up. And then I'm just going to fan it out. Shimmer shade again. And I'm going to try and do what I did over here. Oh, this is so, like, it's almost spongy. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a great formula. And I'm going to put it right on the center try and have a little bit of consistency between the two sides. Now for my eyeliner today, I'm going to go in with the Lace Swatche. This is the shade, I think it's called Fauve. This is gorgeous. It's like a taupey, bronzy shade. It's so unique. So what I'm going to do is on this side, and I actually need another one. This, I've sharpened it so much because I've been using it so much. It used to be like this long. So I definitely am in need of a new one. So I'm going to first start off with tight lining. And these are so super creamy, like you barely have to do anything to deposit the color. But I figured it's a shade that will go nicely with both sides, like neutral or cool toned. And then for my top of my eyelid, I'm going to use the Stila. This is the waterproof all day eyeliner. It's a gel eyeliner and it's the Damsel Dark Brown. Super rich and creamy. And I'm going to stay right snug to my lash line. And then with BK Beauty, I actually have a video that I did a whole, and it wasn't sponsored or anything, it was just did a whole video about my favorites. So I'll link that down below if you wanted to go check it out. This is the 208 brush. It's an angled brush. And this is where I soften the line up. There's just not, like, it's not too bold or anything. It's just nice and light. All right, we are in need of applying some face products. So I'm going to mix two products. And once you combine these two, I've been loving it. It's a combination that I just was playing around with some foundations the other day. And I was like, you know what? That actually looks really nice together. So I'm using the Sigma Skin Perfector Hydrating Tint. It's been a hot minute since I've actually had this on my channel. So this is quite a lovely product. So it just comes as a squeezy bottle. And I've been mixing this shade 3. So you can see it's a little bit on the runnier side because it is a skin tint, but it is buildable. And then I've been mixing it with the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. And this one I have in the shade 25. And this one also is like a squeezy tube. But the shade match is actually quite remarkable because this is the e.l.f. one over here. Look at how close those are. So I've been mixing the two together just on the back of my hand. Now these are definitely shades that I would use more in the summertime when my skin has a little bit of a tan to it, but we'll make it work for this. But again, use whatever foundation or skin tint, whatever you have. And then I'm using the BK Beauty 106. This is one of my favorite foundation brushes. And I just stipple it in. I usually start in the center of my face and work my way out. This gives beautiful coverage. I like how my skin looks really luminous after. This one here, the Sigma, has hyaluronic acid in it. It has squalene in it. It's almost like some skincare ingredients. I think it's really lovely for mature skin. And it's definitely more of a natural finish, but I like how I look dewy. It doesn't settle all into my fine lines. There, the face is done now. But see what I mean? It just has a healthy look to it. Just evened out my skin tone, but still looks nice and natural. I'm not into like heavy foundations or anything like that. I like more of a natural look. So even though I'm doing more of like what we called it a party look, I still like looking dewy and natural. And even, I mean, you can see on the back of my hand where I still have a little bit of remnants of it, how it covers up my veins. Has a nice glow to it. It's really, really lovely. So concealer today, I'm using a very familiar one. It's the Lancome, the Tint Idel concealer. It's basically my holy grail concealer. I have it in the shade 215 Buff. This is just about out. I'm trying to get every last little bit out of here. And something I've been doing a lot lately is applying the concealer to the back of my hand. So I just have it there. And then taking a concealer brush, warming it up on the back of my hand, and then going in. And I do find it does help, just thins it out a little bit better. But certainly you can still go in this way. You know, the way that I usually do it is just put a tiny bit in the corner there and a tiny bit up there. Let it sit for a minute or so just to have the warmth of my skin. I find it blends out better that way. I always stipple it in, but do whatever you're comfortable with. And then I'm just going to take my dampened sponge. Just make sure everything is blended together between the foundation, skin tint, concealer, whatever you want to call them all. And then what I'm going to do is take that Lace eyeliner. Always need just a tiny little bit of something on my lower lash line. I don't usually go like right across, maybe just about halfway. I'll usually take either a pencil brush. This is the rougher. This is the number 3 little pencil brush, and run that under the lash line just to soften it up. But it's such a pretty shade. And then I always have to curl my lashes, so I'm using the rougher curler. Again, a staple in my collection. You guys know that I've always using this. So I said I'm not using a bunch of products that you haven't seen on my channel before. And then once I find a mascara, I stick with it for a little while, just because I don't like having too many mascaras open because they go bad so fast. So I've been loving the e.l.f. the lash extender. It's been wonderful. I actually have had a couple of viewers mention to me that it was flaking on them, so that was too bad. I haven't had that issue, but let me know in the comments if you've had any issues with this one. I know a lot of you say that you use the Milani one as well, and that's also a great one, but I just have this one going in my rotation right now. It's a wonderful tubing mascara, doesn't smudge, it lasts all day, and removes so easily at the end of the night. Mentioned before, I love the volume it gives me. It separates the lashes, so just a really great mascara. So both eyes are done now, but you see what I talk about when I say the volume. Great mascara. So this is one of the few times where you'll actually see me apply a bronzer stick right to my face, and that's because it is so super simple and easy to blend in. So it's the Merit the Bronzing Balm. I have it in the shade Clay. Now this was not something that was sent to me. I've had this in my collection for a while, but I love the creaminess of it. Just apply it like that, and then I'll take my rougher. This is the 37 brush, and this blends it. These two together are just like a dream combination. So super creamy. It's one of those ones that it literally is mistake proof. Like you can't make a mistake with this. I love how dewy my skin looks when I use it. And then I wanted to use a quick and easy blush today. So it's the Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush and Glow. I have it in the shade 120 Pink Cava. So it's a liquid blush, but it has one of those sponge tip applicators. So this is a product I actually do put on the back of my hand. So you squeeze it up, just pops up at the top there. And I put it on the back of my hand. And then I take just a blush brush. This is the Angie Hot and Flashy A507. It has a nice angle to it, fits perfectly in the cheek area, and perfect as a blush brush. I just pick it up on the back of my hand, just blend it in. You absolutely could go in if you wanted to and just put a couple of dots on your cheek, but I like to just blend everything in usually with a brush. I find I have more control that way. And then also one of the nice things about this blush is I don't usually wear a highlighter. It gives me enough of a glow on my cheek area that I usually skip the highlighter. You can certainly go in with highlight if you want, because you are doing more of a holiday party look, but I am going to skip that today. Now for a lip liner today, I'm going to use the Morphe. This is just their signature lip pencil. It's in the shade Bubble Bath. I'm running out of room here on my hand to do swatches, so there's the shade right there. These are super creamy. Oh my goodness, and affordable. It was very interesting. The last time I used this in a video, one of my viewers had mentioned, because here in Canada, we can only get Morphe from Sephora. But apparently in the States, you can't get it from Sephora, but you can get it at Ulta. So that I was very thank you for letting me know that, because I'm not in the States, so I don't know that. So if you hear me talking about that I can only get it at Sephora, that's why. And one little trick that I always do is I try and create a bit of a line right at my Cupid's bow. And then just down here, if you put a little bit of extra line right at the bottom, it'll give the appearance that your lips have a little bit of fullness. And I always fill in my lip with the lip liner. Now, this is a new product for me, and I just recently bought it because it was on sale, but the shade looked beautiful. So it's the Lancome. This is their Shaping Cream Lipstick in the shade Timeless Romance. Oh my goodness, the shade when I swatched it in the store was just stunning. Now, here's an interesting thing. I was standing there and trying to figure out how to get this open because you can't pull the bottom open, and I'm like, what the heck? How does this open? And then I press down on the top and it makes the bottom fall out. But I mean, the packaging is really beautiful. Like, this is just stunning packaging. And I know packaging isn't the only thing about product, but sometimes it's nice. So what a gorgeous shade. I thought it would look so pretty with the lip liner. They look so gorgeous together. Look at that. So let's give this a try. Oh, that's nice. When I bought it in the store, I didn't know if they were clearing out a bunch of shades or if they're bringing in new shades, because this was really, really affordable. So just to give you a price comparison, I picked this up. They were, Lancome here in Canada where I was buying it, runs about $45 to $50 for a lipstick. I was able to get this on sale for $15. What? So it was, I don't think the sale is on anymore, but yeah, so I don't know if they're just discontinuing stuff. Oh, is that ever creamy? Wow. That is lovely. Holy smokes. So then you just kind of press that back in, and then I take the lip liner and just want to make sure that there's nothing that's come down on the line. Now, if you are going out, if this is going to be like a night where you're going to an event or a party, that sort of thing, then I would suggest doing a little bit of powder. I don't normally wear a lot of powder. My skin is very, very dry. But sometimes if I want to tone down some of this glowiness and this dewiness I have going on, because as I'm out doing things, that my natural oil will poke through a tiny bit. So I'm just going to use the 114. This is like my favorite brush right now. It's a dual-sided brush. So the dark side is what you can use to apply powder. But this side here where the fibers are a little bit lighter, you can use as a concealer brush. So I think it's just lovely. You're basically getting two brushes in one. So I'm going to just use my Physicians Formula powder. This is a pressed powder. And I don't use a lot. I just want to tone down just on my nose. Put a tiny bit around my eye area. And where my smile lines are. There, see how it's just kind of toned it down a bit. So I just quickly went to do my hair and I washed my hands at the same time because I had so much stuff on my hands. This is still all those products that would come off. I used soap and everything. So that's the lipstick and the lip liner, the two eyeliners, and then those Merit eyeshadows. Oh my goodness, you guys, that's amazing. Like that's not coming off. So I have one last product I want to share with you. This is something I bought with my own money when I was in the store on the weekend, and I actually forgot about it until I saw it on display. Now, every year, Lancome comes out with a holiday gift set, and the value is amazing. So when I get excited about something like this, I feel I need to share it with you because I don't know how they can sell it like this, honestly. So this is their Lancome holiday box. Gorgeous, beautiful box. And then there's all the products inside. Well, this is Canadian dollars, remember. So this set is valued at $690, and I just got it for $165. What was interesting, because right before I came on camera, I wanted to see if they were having any sort of like a Black Friday sale or anything like that, and they are. So on the Lancome Canada site, this is down to $132. What? I don't know how they can sell this like that. Honestly, you guys, I'll show you. And then as a reference for my American viewers, when I looked it up on your American Lancome site, it's a value of $534 US, and it's on for $89. So that is amazing. So let me show you first what you get in here. So this is a case. Like, look at the size of this case. Oh my goodness, you guys. And you know what? Even if you don't use all the stuff, you can give it away to like your sister, your daughter, your mom, anybody, your girlfriend. Wow, this is a true unboxing because I haven't got in here yet. So hold on a second, just let me go in here. What I'm very excited about is the eyeshadow palette that's in here. So this has a little perfume, the La Vie est Belle little spray bottle perfume. So that's in here. There's that little perfume, which is great for traveling. Everything's all nice wrapped in tissue so it doesn't break. This is that Genevieve serum. That stuff's expensive. Oh my goodness. Now this is a 30 ml or 1 fluid ounce. This is the Lancome peptide cream. And this is a size of 15 mils. Yeah, that's a great travel one as well. A cleansing foam. Now that's a full size because it says that there's 8 full sizes of stuff in here. So that's a full size. And then you get a Lancome, the Juicy Tubes. That's a full size as well. These are so good. I love these ones. Oh, eye makeup remover. And that's also a full size. Yep, that's 125 mils. Oh, right. Okay. So this is a full size of the Lash Idol mascara. And then you also get the booster. So this is like a lash primer. This is a very popular one. Oh my goodness. But this is what I'm excited about. So this is the eyeshadow. So it's a limited edition eyeshadow palette. Oh, look at that, you guys. Cafe Crush. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at the packaging is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh, to actually see it up close. Oh, wow. So these are, I'm going to say it's like half matte and half shimmers. Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. Oh, that would be a beautiful holiday look, eh? Oh my. So like I said, this is this eyeshadow palette alone is probably, well, they don't usually carry, like Lancome doesn't usually carry eyeshadow palettes. So I can't even imagine what this would be like if they actually sold it. Wow. That's gorgeous. This is an amazing deal. If you have the opportunity, I would run out to the store and get this. If you can. I was surprised that there was still some in the store when I was there. So I was very thankful, but they do sell out quickly. So I would say run, don't walk to get it. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope you liked the looks that I created, whether it's more of a cool tone look over here or whether it's more of a neutral, very natural looking eye look. I had so much fun making this video. As I mentioned earlier, I will have all of the details down in the description box for any of the sales that are going on. Some of those are affiliate links, and I thank you very much if you ever do use any of my links for supporting my channel. That just helps keep my little channel going. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you're not already. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!